to write you a song you could sing forever. And I wanted to rhyme and to bend phrase and time into something clever.
Hello. Well, it is July 6th and it is gorgeous out. The sun is coming up in the sky and I'm going to be spending my entire day in a warehouse that has zero air conditioning. I'm actually hoping they put me out in the garden area because that's outside, but I doubt I'll be that lucky. Or maybe I'll get to work part of the day out there. I hope so. Anyway, somebody wrote me an email the other day asking me what I thought about what she should do. She has a friend who's a very outspoken Christian, very outspoken about his beliefs, and she wondered if there was any hope for him. And being that I'm not Dear Abby, I have no idea the validity of my response. You know, it's like, well, this is what I think from what I've experienced in my life, but it's not like I know any more than you. But my thought is, you know, it's hard when somebody is trying to push their beliefs on you. It's funny because Christians accuse me, my Christian friends accuse me of being in a hate group or being in general negative. Anytime I post about atheism, it's negative. That's what they say. It's negative. And it's like, well, you know, when I look at what Christianity does toward gays, you know, and just in general, I mean, it's like if there's something that they I guess what I'm trying to say is all groups of humans can potentially be hateful toward another group of humans. I don't think atheism hates people who are atheists in general are hateful people. I don't think we're in a hate group. It's not a group at all. But I do think that we, at least I know from my own experience, that I hate what religion does. I hate the damage and the harm that it causes. And that's what I hate. And as far as negativity, the posts that I post, I don't think are negative. But then again, a Christian will write to me, oh, you're going to go to hell. That's not negative? I think that's very negative. Or they'll make a post about how, you know, one day they'll be in heaven and all these people will be in hell because they didn't believe. Or they'll write, well, just you wait until you die and you'll see. That's not negative? I think Christians are just as, I mean, you might think something is positive because it's what you believe, so it's positive. But when it's the other side of the fence from what you believe, it might come across as negative. I post something about atheism, I think it's positive because it's got me all fired up. It's exciting to look at the world and see it as it is, see it through with clear vision. It's exciting and it's awe-inspiring to realize how small you are and how fragile and unlikely just being your life is and your life is. You know, and when you die, that just kind of makes every day all the more amazing that you're here, you know, just in this moment. I'm in the same moment as these birds over here. I've got two of my diamond doves out here. That's the funny noise you're hearing in the background. Those are diamond doves. Anyway, I'm sharing the earth with them. I'm sharing the earth with my cats at this very moment. These other forms of life, we're walking the same planet at the same time. I mean, it's just kind of to me, it pulls everything together. It makes everything more, there's more of a kinship there than there was before. In the old, when I was a Christian, we are aliens, you know, the line from Petra, we are aliens, we are strange, no, we are strangers, we are aliens, we are not of this world. That's kind of I mean, there's a reason that phrases like that come up, because that's kind of what Christianity does to people. That's what, I don't know about all religions, but Christianity, the whole attitude about the world is like, oh, well, you know, we're here right now, but it's, you know, this is just, we're just passing through, and this is just a short blip on our radar, you know, and what happens on the planet, well, you know, it's the desire, I don't know, the feeling is different, and that changes when you let go of those beliefs. But anyway, I get excited about that. I get excited about not having the guilt all the time that I can never be good enough. I get excited about feeling like I really am good, and I've been good the whole time, and all these ideas that I had that I wasn't a good person were wrong. They were wrong, you know. They were brought upon me by my schizophrenic mother and by this religion that I took in and believed, let myself believe. So anyway, but I post about atheism, my atheism, because I'm excited about it, because to me it's my freedom. I'm posting about my freedom, and if you've been a captive for a really long time and you're suddenly free, aren't you going to want to climb on the roof and yell at the top of your lungs and just exult in your freedom and just, you know, that's how it feels. And of course I want to post about it. And it's disheartening for me when somebody tells me that oh, you're so negative. That's so negative. It's like, no, it's not. I'm happy. This is great. Oh, that's so negative. It's like, because I'm saying, well, this poison is out of my life and I'm happy. And they say that's negative because you're calling my beliefs, my beloved, cherished beliefs, poison. How negative, Diane. How very negative of you. You know, and I can understand how that might seem negative to them, but they don't understand that they're rejoicing in their religion and their beliefs and their salvation, which implies that I am not as aware or as enlightened as they are, and I'm not going to be saved because I didn't do this thing. And you know, I find that very negative and offensive, just as I'm sure my calling their religion poison offends them. What they say in their posts offends me, but they don't ever give it any thought. They never, you know, it's about my beliefs. It's about God. God is good, so it's a good, positive thing. And you don't believe in God, that's negative, because that means that you side with Satan, and Satan's a bad thing. See, I don't think that's true. First of all, I don't believe in Satan, but the more I get away from this religion, the more I see that Satan is just a tool of God. If these imaginary beings did exist, Satan would just be a tool of God. And if he's evil, where does that evil come from? It comes from God. So I don't really see Satan as a bad guy. I just see him as the angel who got stuck with the crappiest job. So anyway, back to this email that I got. I feel like it's about comfort level. If somebody isn't, I think you can coexist with Christians. I still have some Christian friends, but they're the ones that didn't unfriend me the moment I told them I was an atheist. I had a lot of atheists, or a lot of Christian Facebook friends, unfriend me because they couldn't handle my rapid fire on numerous posts about atheism. They couldn't handle it. They left. They dumped me as a friend. There were some that just dumped me right away when they found out I was an atheist, because I suddenly became undesirable to them. But I still have Christian friends, and some really very devout Christian friends who, despite their beliefs, have a live and let live attitude. They let me be. They show respect. They don't treat me like they think I'm going to hell, or like there's something wrong with me. When I'm with them, there's always that undertone there that they really wish that I would one day be in heaven with them, but they don't preach at me. And so those kind of Christians, I feel like, and I try to do the same with them. Even though I think it's kind of a mutual thing. I look at them as, I wish you could know how wonderful it is to not have the chains that you wear. And they look at me like, oh, I wish you knew how wonderful it is to not have the chains that you wear. We're both looking at each other like that, and we're both wishing that the other person can know the joy that we have. So it's kind of like we both are coming from the same place, and it's all about respecting the other person. I saw a video on YouTube the other day about how to unbrainwash a Christian, and it was a good video, but I disagreed with it because it's like, atheists don't like it when Christians try to fix them. Just because you say you don't believe in God doesn't mean you've laid out a welcome mat for people to come and try to fix you. You want people to show respect for you and give you space and whatever. Acknowledge that this is what you are. This is part of you, and show respect. I feel like that same courtesy should be shown toward Christians who show that to you. I don't think the religion should be shown any respect. I think it's a despicable, vile poison. But you're dealing with human beings, and if you want to get along with these people who believe, you need to show them, you need to do unto them as you would want them to do unto you. If you don't like people shoving their beliefs down your throat, then you shouldn't do that to other people. Even, I don't look at atheism as a belief, but I guess when you think about it, if you don't believe in God, that's a kind of a belief. You don't believe, I believe there's no God. That's a belief. And they don't appreciate it if you shove that down their throats. So as far as unbrainwashing somebody, I don't really think that that's something that should be a goal, an atheist goal, because by having a goal like that, you make yourself as bad as the most obnoxious Christians. You're putting yourself at the same level as the people that knock on people's doors. Who wants to be that way? I think live and let live is the best thing. And if you've got a friend who's a Christian and they're talking about it all the time, and I guess it's kind of up to you. If you feel like they're shoving it down your throat, I would say to that person, you know what, that offends me. You need to show respect for my beliefs because that offends me. But if you have a Christian friend who's a friend and they don't shove it, they might, always find an excuse to say, oh, praise God in your presence, or whatever, invoke Jesus' name in your presence. They might do that, but as long as they're not coming at you and trying to change you aggressively, I think it's fine. I mean, that's my personal thought, is if you have a friend who's making you uncomfortable, you need to speak up and let them know it's making you uncomfortable, and let them know that you, just like they want their beliefs to be respected, you also want your unbeliefs to be respected. And if they can't respect you and you go on feeling uncomfortable around that person, maybe then you need to leave that person. You need to, or at least distance yourself from that person until they can understand that this is really important to you, how they treat you. So that's kind of my answer. I just think, it's up to it's all about the relationship and how it makes you feel. If the person is actively showing you respect, but they're a Christian, I think you should show them respect and not try to, change them, and just live and let live. But if they're coming at you and trying to shove their beliefs down your throat, I think it's fair game for you to fight back with shoving what you think down their throat too. And, telling them to leave you alone, to stop with the preaching and stop showing disrespect, because it's making you show disrespect. You're going to go on the defensive. When someone attacks your faith or your unfaith, whatever it is you believe, when you're feeling attacked, you're going to go on the defensive and you're going to get tough. And that's an uncomfortable thing. Nobody wants to always feel defensive or being like they're being judged all the time. So I guess that's just my answer. If it's a relationship and it's a good friendship and you manage to coexist, I would leave it alone. Live and let live. But if they're a problem to you, address it, whichever way you can. Whether that's to try to show them that their beliefs are wrong, which I think is really a waste of time, or just tell them straight out, you know what, if you care for me, you will stop talking to me like that. If you care for me, you will respect that I feel as strongly about what I think as you do about what you think. And, so that's my answer, and I hope this video makes some sort of sense. It kind of is one of those early morning videos, and I never really know where it's going to go as I'm talking. But yeah, I think it's possible to have theist friends, and I think atheists can be good friends to theists. It's just, I think it all depends on the people and the kind of respect they show each other. So, if you've been watching, thank you for watching, and that's all. So, bye!